Why is she still very hesitant to invite me to her sister's wedding even though we have been dating for a year? She had just gotten out of a very long and serious relationship when my girlfriend and I went out for the first time about 10 months ago. I hadn't realized then, but she was shocked, hurting, and confused. I think she was just looking for a fun, casual night. I suppose we hit it off way better than expected and started seeing each other pretty consistently. She was clear that she wasn't ready to jump into anything too quickly, but soon enough, we were basically boyfriends and girlfriends. We were going out 1 to 2 times a week and texting every single day. As far as I know, we weren't seeing other people. Around the holidays, I met her family. Even though we really hit it off, I believe it slightly freaked her out. She continued to text daily, but there were fewer texts than normal. She didn't want to come over and made excuses to not go out. After a month, we finally saw each other, and things went back to the way they were. In May, a similar thing happened, and we actually stopped talking for a week. After that week, she reached out, and we talked and went out. While we were out to dinner, she and I both acknowledged how hard it was to not talk to each other and how we felt, and she asked me for us to be official. I felt the same and was elated to say yes. Since becoming official, she met my family. I've spent some more time with hers. We did 2 mini trips together, and I even joined her family vacation for a few days. Her family loves me, and her little sister is getting married in about a month. It's my impression that the sister and her fiancé, who also likes me, wanted me at the wedding and basically said things to me. They assumed I was going. I know it can be a pain to invite guests later in the game, so it really means a lot. The issue is that my girlfriend hasn't invited me and has basically told me she doesn't really know if she wants me there. My girlfriend is the maid of honor, and she and her sister are absolutely best friends. I guess she feels like with the bride not only being her sister but also her best friend, there's a lot of pressure on her or us about having me there. She doesn't want the pictures and memories for the rest of her life to feature one guy she was dating at the time in case it doesn't work out. By the time of the wedding, we had basically been seeing each other for a year, though maybe only making it official for 4 to 5 months. I don't feel like I'm just some guy, and I can't help but feel offended. I know this probably has to do with her last relationship ending abruptly and without warning. I think she's still learning how to trust again. But at the same time, it feels like she's telling me we aren't going to make it. And if she chooses to not have me there, it becomes a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. I've tried to ask a little about it a few times, but she honestly gets so worked up and stressed out when it comes to this wedding that I don't want to mention it to her anymore. At this point, I haven't been officially told anything either way, invited or not. Being that everything else in our relationship seemed to be going so well, I'm not about to end things between us over this. My next decision is to not approach the subject again. She had gotten so stressed out the last time that I didn't see how bringing it up again could help the situation. If she was still teetering on what to do, I wanted to let her make the decision on her own, not sway her based on what I wanted. People suggested I find a way to enjoy the weekend on my own or with friends. Well, what do you know? There's a big barbecue festival in the city my friend lives in. Everyone knows the best way to distract a man with swirling thoughts is through meat. Well, yesterday, that all changed because she asked me to go as her date. She apologized for being so late about it, but she said she's been processing a lot of emotions. She's helping a lot with this wedding and is under an enormous amount of stress. She wasn't sure about bringing me out of fear that it would be another thing she would have on her mind, while she wanted all her focus on her sister. She says the way I've just been supporting her lately made her realize she won't need to worry about me. Yes, I probably won't even get to talk to her until dinner. No, I won't know too many people since all her family, whom I'm close with, will be at one of the wedding parties. However, I'm important to her, and she wants me there with her regardless. She apologized for the last conversation, making it sound like I was just some guy that she was worried about having in pictures. She was also really appreciative that I haven't been pressuring or nagging her about this and have allowed her to come to her own decision. The fact that I gave her space on the subject yet continued to support her was what made her realize how much she wanted me there. I'm really happy with how things turned out and are going. Now, I just need to find my perfect suit.